Morning, everybody. So I wanted to tell you my thoughts on the Citristrip, and I'm still not impressed. So let me show you here. Let me flip around. Okay, so I did this part of the door, and this door only had one layer of paint on it. So I gave it till last night and did it, and it worked pretty decently here. And I had a good way of keeping it clean because I had this saran wrap. So as I was kind of like, scraping, I scraped it onto the saran wrap so it didn't make a big mess or anything. Okay, and then this is what it looks like. Some of it is okay, but then you get like this, and that's the problem. Like, the stuff is really thick. Like, this is just, so not impressed. But it's really hard to get it on thick, because it wants to just keep moving around. Yeah, so it's like I put it on as thick as I could, but it wanted, it keeps moving around, and I really couldn't put it on any thicker than I did. But then you kind of end up with these spots. Let me see if I can show you here, where you can see it's nice and thick here, but over here it's not, so that's gonna give me a problem. But even on this part that worked well, it did not save me any time or money. And while the Citristrip is, supposed to not have harmful vapors, although you are still supposed to wear a mask, and it is pretty strong when you're putting it on. Like right now, I don't really smell too much of it or anything. But the mineral spirits, they didn't have the wash off stuff, so I'm not sure how that stuff is, but the mineral spirits are tricky. I think made my husband get kind of sick last night, maybe. So you gotta, again, this morning, I came in and it was fine, but how long did it take to dissipate and everything? So, yeah, in my opinion, sanding, it would have just been better just to sand. So the parts that I don't have done yet that aren't working with the heat gun, I'm just going to sand, because it's not any cheaper to use the Citristrip. It doesn't save you any money because that stuff is expensive. You got to use a lot of it, and you got to use a lot of arm muscle, so my whole arm and shoulder and everything are screaming at me. They're really going to be screaming at me in a little bit once I get this finished. But I'll tell you what I did like it for was the metal works. Let me see if I can get a good shot. So I still got to clear off. I did it 3 times just so I can make sure I got in the grooves. But it's going to look really good. It did do a really good job on that. And pretty much got off all the paint on this. And then I was like, why did I not just take it off? So I'm going to take it off and finish it. Yeah, so if you got metal parts, it's good for that, but otherwise, I'd rather just use the sander and be done with it. This paint has lead in it, so I'm not worried about sanding it. If you got lead in your paint, I'm not sure. Citristrip is a good thing to use for it anyway, so, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten to the point where I've had to worry about lead paint yet, so I'll get there if I have to get there. Hopefully I don't have to get there at all. But that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys want to see any how-to videos or tips and tricks and stuff on the heat gun, let me know. Like I said, I don't really plan on doing any more of the Citristrip, so I don't want to do a video for that one. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Meow.